Alright, this is the Mad Mike video. If you want to know how to kill Mad Mike, this is the way you do it. I'm going to venture into the Satan Suckhole area. This is my strategy for taking on this area. First, like to clear out all the guys in the bottom. Do some sniping here. I've got a powerful Jacobs sniper rifle, which coupled with some sniping skills is cranking out some colossal critical hit damage, as you can see. So I can one-shot a lot of these tougher enemies. Once I get the bottom area cleared out, I'm going to make a speed run up to the top to this outhouse weapons chest, which you can use as cover. It's great cover. Now I firmly believe that Mad Mike spawns. It's a kill trigger. Okay. Basically, in video games, you have three kinds of triggers. Okay. When you go into a new area and weapons or whatever or enemies spawn, they spawn as a result of A, you kill a certain number of enemies. B, you cross over a certain line, which I call a line trigger, or C, a time trigger. You just a certain amount of time expires. Alright? And then it triggers more enemies. And I'm positive the Mad Mike spawn is a kill trigger. You kill a certain number of enemies in this area and Mad Mike will spawn. Now exactly how many enemies that is or which enemies. Sometimes like kill triggers are like you kill certain enemies. Once you kill them, then it's like, you know, the spawn will spawn, if you will. There's Badass Nomad getting my usual treatment, Fireburst Grenade, or my homing Fire Bee, which is the legendary Fireburst Grenade. Any Fireburst Grenade will work good on Badass Nomads. Here I'm trying to preserve as many of my grenades as possible. I like to have about 7 or 8 grenades when I take on Mad Mike. Unfortunately, I completely fumble-fingered things when I got up there and I ended up wasting 4 grenades. But I still made it. So even when I'm in the zone, so to speak, I'm not immune to fumble-fingering. Once again, this commentary is dubbed. Decided to do this run with all my faculties. Would I happen to be like hampered or handicapped by live commentary? Discussed that earlier. So now the area is pretty clear down here. So I'm going to make my speed run up fairly shortly. I'm going to wait for this maniac to run down. Give him my usual treatment with maniacs. If I have deception available, throughout deception, then he just says goodbye to cruel world in front of your decoy while you're safely off in the distance. Easy way to take care of those guys. So I've got 6 grenades now. I would really like to have 8. I'm going to backtrack a bit and see if I can pick up some more grenades. I ended up getting 7, I believe. There, that's where I got 1 there. And the quick check here, and then I'm going to rest on my laurels, and up we go. Now I'm going to put on the great fire sniper I bought a couple videos back. This is going to be very useful in this area. I want a high fire rate sniper rifle, and something that does a lot of damage to human enemies. So this sniper rifle is going to be perfect. And the rest of my loadout is the same. The reserve lasso in the 2nd slot, a Torg assault rifle in the 3rd slot, a slippery rifle, and a slagging weapon in the 4th slot, but I'm going to swap that out for a rocket launcher shortly when Mad Mike spawns. That's where I want to go, right there, right behind that outhouse weapon chest there. That's great cover for that whole area, and you can keep an eye on exactly when Mad Mike spawns. Now here's the plan. Actually, I fall off. Usually could do this no problem. Jump up when you get over that top step there, because you get stuck. Here I fall off. That wasn't part of the plan. I have to redo this again and have to do it without deception. So I get dinged up a bit going in here. But just shimmy along here, right? And get behind here. And it's great cover in here. This is where I totally screw up. I switch over to the homing fire bee, and then I threw out some grenades. And because my deception shadow was like in front of me, I couldn't see if I had thrown a grenade or not. So I just spammed out a whole bunch, wasting them. So now I'm down to 4 grenades. I think possibly maybe even the game glitched out of me. So I just opened up that weapon chest to see if I could like kind of like grab some grenades like behind it. Slap on the transfusion because I'm low in health. Now here's the plan. Like I said, Mad Mike is a kill trigger. Once you kill a certain number of enemies, he's going to spawn right there, right ahead. Like right off to my left there. I'm going to keep looking back to see if he spawns. Usually a couple of psychos and something else proceed to spawn, and then he comes out right afterwards. As soon as I see him make his appearance, I'm going to throw a deception and run right past him into the area that he came out of and use that as cover. It's the best plan because you got great cover there. I don't believe there's any other area or spot in this entire area where you can have a blind spot on Mad Mike. Experiment extensively, and it's a pain in the ass because he's equipped with a rocket launcher, and no matter where you take cover, he does some colossal splash damage on you. So it's really hard to take cover from him. That's the hardest part about Mad Mike. Is trying to take cover from his rocket launcher, which does a hell of a lot of splash damage. It's got like a huge splash damage area. So I'm just keeping close watch straight ahead there. Keep picking off enemies. I'm kind of like taking my time here, waiting for my health to recharge. Okay, so here comes the lunatic marauders. Shortly some psychos are going to come running in. I'm trying to get this nomad that's flanking me. Finally find him. Keeping close watch. Saving deception. These are some of my Mad Mike's minions, and there's Mad Mike right there. So out goes Deception. Run right past him while Deception is active, and run right in here. And right to the left here. This is perfect cover. This is perfect cover from Mad Mike because you got a great choke point. Anything that comes through that door, bam, blow it away. So slap on the rocket launcher and just spam any kind of grenade, a homing grenade, fire burst grenade, or a transfusion grenade. Just keep spamming them out there. And when Mad Mike makes his appearance, slap on your rocket launcher and let him have it. The grenades soften them up, and the rocket launcher finishes them off. The strategy works pretty much every time. It has a high success rate. Tried it a few times. And there you go. That's how to kill Mad Mike. Make sure that when you go in here, right, you take cover right where I showed you. Don't go any deeper, because there's a whole bunch of other enemies behind you. If you go deeper in there, you're gonna get horribly flanked. You're gonna have Mad Mike on one side and a whole bunch of other enemies on the other side. I did that once. If you want a lot of fun, try that. No, just go just inside the door to the left to take cover there. That's it, so just finishing up some scragglers here. I'm going to swap my rocket launcher back out for my slagging sniper, which is the Cartel, I forget what it's called, Cartel something. Here we go, Cartel sniper. So there's my loadout. Oh, I think I want to swap it, yeah, I want to swap this back out for the Muck-a-Muck. Get on my heavy Jacobs sniper rifle again. There we go, so got the Muck-a-Muck back on top. And back to my original loadout. And I want to do some looting. Make sure this area is clear, because I'm going to use this as a safe retreat area as I take on the next area. A little bit of a glitch here. This guy's practicing his levitation technique. And y'all listen to this while I continue leading.
Roland's Raiders are tearing us out. Their guns are just too damn good. But I've come up with a solution to this problem. Sack the hell up and stop dying all the goddamn time. And quit suggesting we buy guns from that Marcus Jagoff. He lives in Sanctuary, so he's just as much of a double-crossing, holier-than-thou jackass as Roland and his Raiders.
Right here is another standoff point that I haven't tried yet. I like to experiment with that. I believe that it might be pretty good. I haven't tried this, but that might be a great standoff point to take on Mad Mike. I think you might be able to escape his splash damage. I think. I haven't tried it yet, okay? Somebody wants to try that and get back to us to see how it works. Hope we don't die a horrible death and have to pay thousands of dollars of death taxes doing it. It's just a hunch, though. And we're coming up near the end of this video. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and see you next video.